Diego Padres continue wheeling and dealing from last trade deadline, now here in the offseason. First getting Blake Snell the other night, and now getting Darvish last night. Darvish, a good addition to this rotation. And this team, they're going to be a team to be reckoned with, is this Padre team. In a 7-player deal, they get Darvish and backup catcher Victor Cartini for Zach Davies, Rignald Presido, Owie Cassie, Ishmael Mina, and UCL Santana. So right here, Davies, he's the headliner as the major league ready player coming back here for the Chicago Cubs, and also top 10 international prospect Cassie was in Preciado. So I don't know if those guys are going to be ready this year, but right now this is about Darvish at first. We'll talk about him. Darvish last season in the shortened season, obviously had a great season, 8-3, 93 strikeouts in 76 innings with a 2 ERA and an 0.96 WHIP. And in 2019 in the full season, 229 strikeouts in 178 innings with a 4 ERA and a 1.1 WHIP. So Darvish, he's going to fit in well here in this San Diego Padre pitching staff, and he's another good arm to add there. He's a pitcher that'll probably go anywhere from the 8th to 10th round in most fantasy leagues. He's going to help in strikeouts. I think he's going to reach double-digit victories. And last season, with that 2 ERA and bringing it to Petco Park after pitching in a friendly hitters ballpark like Wrigley, I think Darvish, this is an amazing landing spot. He's going to have a top 5 offense there backing him. He's going to be good in Petco, better weather, pitcher's ballpark, and it's a great landing spot. So I think Darvish, it's a great spot. His outlook's even better than it was with Chicago. And this Padre team's going to be stacked here this season with Darvish, Blake Snell, Dilson Lamet as the 3 headliners in that rotation. And as for Zach Davies, he was decent last year for this Padre team as well. And now he's going to Chicago, is Davies. Last season with the Padres, he had a pretty solid season, 7-4 with a 2.73 ERA and a 1.07 WHIP in 2019 in a full baseball season, 10-7 with a 3.55 ERA, 102 strikeouts in 159 innings. So Davies, he's a ground ball pitcher. He pitches to contact, and he's not a high strikeout guy, but he's a good guy to have on your fantasy roster as a bench pitcher or your 5th or 6th starter as depth. So Davies, he'll go anywhere probably in your fantasy drafts from 14th to 16th round is Davies. He's a guy that easily could be a sleeper as well for your fantasy team. So Davies, it's not the best landing spot with Chicago. Obviously, it's a hitter's ballpark, but he's going to have a role there, and he's going to play. And as far as the other prospects, we'll see what they do with the Cubs, if they're going to make an impact this season. But most of these guys are probably 2 or 3 years down the road. But this Padre farm system was loaded that they obviously pulled off a deal for Darvish and Blake Snell in a couple-day span. And Victor Cartini, he's going to be a backup for this Padre team at catcher, even though they traded Mejia in the other deal. So Cartini, we'll see what he does this season with the San Diego Padres. He's going to be a backup and probably not have value in fantasy. Last year, he had 1 homer, 16 RBIs with a 241 average and 11 homers, 34 RBIs in the 2019 season. So he's a backup. He's going to have no value, and I doubt he even starts for this Padre team. So Darvish to the Padres from the Chicago Cubs in a 7-player blockbuster deal. And we'll see what happens here with these guys in the 2021 baseball and fantasy baseball season.